Hey y'all, so I'm just doing this video, Mama Monday. I was going to do this video today on my chiropractic experience and just how important it has been for me and baby to go, and just all of that. So I'll kind of save that for another video, potentially do another one this week. I'm driving home from Target, and I just finished speaking with a couple that I met, and I wanted to just capture this right away. So I'm not fully looking at the camera, not fully focused on my phone because I'm driving, and it's most important to focus on the road. But I wanted to share the amazing experience that I just had. So it's really cool to see how you can be in the right place at the right time. Some people might say it's because the vibrations that you're putting out is what you're receiving. Now I'm at a light, so I'm able to kind of look for just a minute. Some people believe that it's spiritual, or it's God, or it's, whatever, right? You can interpret any and all of this in your own way, shape, or form. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm more or less just sharing that we were all in the right place at the right time. It was like the dairy and like juice section at Target. And this couple with their son, I think he was like 18 months today, and they had just kind of caught my attention, and we started chatting. They asked about when I was due and all of that, and we got into a whole conversation about values and purpose and clarity and staying at home, and the power of having an impact and having the most control on what your child or children are learning and doing and being exposed to, and all of this in a very brief conversation at Target, and also a very powerful conversation, especially when it is not very common. Now it's dark because I'm like just getting home here. It is not very common to just like see someone and start having a conversation with them like intensely about all these things when you're at Target. Like it's pretty rare. So what I saw, or what I'm reflecting on, is the fact that all of us, so all three of us on top of their child, were open to the conversation, right? If some of us wouldn't have been open to it, or the energy would have been different, or different time I went down that all of that, right? We just wouldn't have had that conversation. So it's just really cool, and I enjoy being able to have those moments with people and be present and just ask questions and have someone else ask questions and just share a genuine conversation, and then have it be such a powerful conversation that were like, we should be friends. Like, this is actually silly to like walk away from each other, or to like let each other like just go back to shopping while we're at Target, or whatever we were doing at Target. So that was also really great. So we connected, the mom and I connected, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and she lives in the area from where we live in Minnesota here, where we just moved to. And that is phenomenal. That's like amazing, right? And just a very priceless moment, to say the least. So I wanted to just share that as you go through your pregnancy, you go through just getting into a relationship, getting married, working on conceiving, having a second child, working on conceiving your second child, any of these things, always remember that there can be these amazing moments like this. Even if you're walking around Target like I was today, where I'm like, oh, I'm really feeling it. You know, we went to, Ashley and B and I went to the zoo earlier today. And I'm like, man, maybe I should have, taken a little bit of a rest at home before I went out and shopped and whatever. But I didn't need to. I took the action, and I listened to my body, and I was able to, just stand and take little breaks at Target if I needed it. And then I ended up standing and taking a little break with this couple and chatting and saying hi to their son. And it was just a time that made me realize how important sharing and being willing to learn and teachable is. Because even in that short conversation, they shared things with me that I didn't know about, that I now wanted to learn about and share with others, and vice versa. And I couldn't tell you how long the conversation was. Maybe it was like 5-10 minutes. Maybe it was 15 minutes. It was a conversation where you're in the middle of Target, in front of where people potentially need to buy things frequently, and you're moving your carts and you're like shifting around. And at the same time, you're in such deep, like, great conversation that it feels like you're not even at Target and like no one else is around. So I just wanted to share this and remind all of you how powerful conversation can be when you are having genuine conversation with others, whether it's around what you're going through, whether it's just like, hey, how you doing? Or like, hey, that's really cool. How old is your kid? Like, oh, I have a kid too. Just having conversation with others, and how that can open up doors of opportunity to meet a friend or a playmate for your child or your children, meet another another mom, another person that is with their child and sees the value of being with them throughout their life, and especially in the first few years of life. So continue to share and to be open to conversations with people that you just see on a regular basis in your world and in your life. So, all right, y'all, take care. Mama Monday, let's go. Stay tuned for the chiropractic update, because that will be really cool to share that as well. So we'll get that in either this week or next week. So stay tuned and share. All right.